Welcome back to Partners Dog School. Over the last 3 weeks, we've addressed a wide range of behaviors with our camp dog Odin to ensure his transition home with his mom Kelsey is much easier and manageable. She came by for her working demo and transition with her boyfriend Alex, so both him and Odin can move into the new place seamlessly. Let's see how our team did during these lessons.
Overall, Kelsey did an amazing job during her working demo and picking up on the training required to keep Odin successful back at home. I think the first week or so might require some adjusting with her boyfriend Alex being the other big handler at home, but the two of them seemed to warm up quickly during this lesson, which was a huge milestone in Odin's journey. So throughout this process, while Odin was, here at Partners for his behavior camp, Kelsey and Alex are actually going to be moving into a new home together. So that's a big factor of why Odin is here, just getting the two of them socialized. So unfortunately, Odin is scheduled to go home on a Tuesday and Alex isn't able to make that transition. So today on Saturday, I'm gonna be doing a little kind of half transition lesson with the both of them, but just more importantly, having me be able to work with Alex, just see, what Odin's triggers are, get the two of them socialized, have Alex comfortable being around him, handling him and everything. Walking in, I was very unsure how this was going to go. Luckily Alex was at our 2-week working demo, but Odin showed me absolutely zero interest in him. All his focus was just towards Kelsey, his mom, all that separation. So, he didn't really even blink an eye at Alex. So, I was very curious to see, him in that state, just very worked up, overwhelmed, anxious, if he was gonna be a little bit more territorial with Kelsey or a little bit more standoffish. So, I kind of brought him in, did a little work with him, had Kelsey kind of work with him, just get him settled down a little bit. And then again, I went right into my focus with having him introduced to Alex. I did a lot of muzzle with him just so, going forward, they can kind of utilize that. But, I put him on muzzle and did what we called the proper intro with him. So, I gained my control, had Odin in a sit at my heel, and he was to stay there until I released him to go say hello to Alex. So I worked on that and then freed Odin up, had him go say hello. He was a little hesitant at first, he kind of blew him off, but then, once Alex kind of invited him over, then Aiden kind of fed into it and gave him a little bit more engagement, a little bit of that attention. Was a little loose at first, then we did get a little bark, once Alex moved away a little bit quickly, but I regained control, brought Odin back into my heel, and we worked it through a couple more times, and each time got better and better. Odin, I could tell, was getting more confident, more comfortable. His body was loosening up. And then we did a little heel work with him. So, I had Alex have his leash. He was walking him with Odin on his left-hand side. And then I just had Odin attached to a slip leash. I was standing on the right of him just in case, I needed to be able to kind of guide him out, redirect him if Odin wanted to get nasty with Alex or anything like that. But very quickly, I can saw Odin gaining confidence. They're already starting to build up that relationship. I saw Alex kind of connect the dots. He was loosening him up himself, not as anxious, not as nervous. And then after that, we did a little bit more training, but then I kind of took Odin off leash and they were all just kind of hanging out in this room. Odin was on place and Alex was actually able to come, give him some pets, love up on him a little bit. I even think he took a couple of treats from Alex, which is actually a big thing. Even through his camp, he was still a little hesitant taking food from me when he was uncomfortable. So just simply seeing, that side of him, seeing that, it was capable of happening, that, he was able to just simply be, freed and, not have the intentions to light up Alex and just simply, continue being himself. But, like I said, the main focus was still the mom. So that's still an issue for us going forward. But, I like that even when she was in the presence, there was no redirection. I didn't see any territorial or possessiveness. So very big, successful, technically transition for Odin and Alex today.
So today we are gonna have Odin introduced to my boyfriend Alex. Situation is we just moved into a new house and we are looking for them to meet and see how that goes. In previous situations, they have met through like a barrier, a door, and he's growled, been aggressive, all of the fun things. So today I'm a little bit nervous about that, but we will see how today goes.
So today was Odin's transition today, and he actually did a phenomenal job. After working with Kelsey and Alex the first time, I saw their biggest issue is just simply going to be how they're capable of controlling Odin, especially when he's in just this amped up, overwhelmed, kind of anxious mindset, when he's just overdriven, losing control. So, our couple of appointments leading up to this transition looked a little bit different. Like I said, Odin's separation was just so bad, out of control, that I wasn't actually able to, simply be the one working the dog and teaching them everything. Kelsey do a lot more hands-on work, and she was kind of having to learn everything on her own, which she did an exceptional job about. But, again, a lot of my focus was just, teaching them a lot about his mindset, his socialization work. So, already within the transition lesson, after having a couple of other lessons, my main focus hadn't really been just the simple side of things with that obedience. So today I focused just a lot on the basics, teaching her how to control him, going over the leash handling, footwork, how to correct him, how to reward him. We talked a lot about management and protocols, but just, the biggest thing was making sure she's comfortable, understanding how to keep Odin from aggression at home, keeping him successful, following all her protocols, and, just going forward with this training journey successfully. Big thing was just simply, working through everything, her gaining that control when she asked Odin for something, making him do it. We talked a lot about, the socialization aspects. Don't necessarily push him into anything, but just start a lot of this slow, gain your control at first at home, and then just continue going forward, leading him through this life, just setting him up for success. So that was the biggest focus for our transition lesson today.
We look forward to seeing how Kelsey progresses through her training with Odin, both at home and when she is out and about. Her boyfriend Alex understood that he also plays a huge role at home with Odin's success in his training. We hope to see them both soon at our weekend parenting classes moving forward, and are happy that Odin has come so far since coming to our school.